Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw. Okay, bye kids. They did well. You look really happy. It's a really sweet photo. Is this a photo of a screen or is this an actual, like, the photo is a professional photo of rugby players on the pitch. The background is of the audience or the crowds kind of blurred out. And is that you in the middle, in the juice, in the heart of the action?
Yep, I'm right there.
Okay, so somebody's holding it, like bringing you down by your legs. Another person's kind of coming up against on your left. And then you're passing the ball forward, I guess, to your friend, or to your wife. to your friend. to your teammate.
Yep.
Okay, take us down this memory lane. Love it. Andrew.
So that was part of my rugby life. That was in the Hong Kong Sevens.
Okay.
I was playing for Hong Kong, playing against Fiji.
Okay.
Who are the Sevens gods.
Yep.
I think we got annihilated that day, probably. I can't quite remember the score.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was just a big part of my life, rugby.
Right.
And, you know, that whole rugby life, and, you know, it was a big part. And a lot of good memories, but a lot of also disappointing memories.
Why disappointing?
Well, disappointing that now as a mature human being, I look back at it and realize that certain actions and behaviors were uncalled for. But, you know, it's just a moment in time. It was me, you know, it was just...
But isn't it just you being young? Like, when did you stop playing?
I was about 30.
30, okay.
Yeah, 30. Oh, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
32, I think.
What was it like for you to play against New Zealand?
I haven't played against New Zealand themselves, but, I mean, Fiji, the pinnacle of rugby sevens. Yeah, it was great, you know. There was 40,000 people in the stadium screaming. It's your home crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The Hong Kong Sevens are epic,
You know, you feel invincible. You're such on a high. It's you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just feel invincible.
Okay, so what's the cliche? What's the thing about rugby? It's the gentleman's sport, the blah, blah, blah. What is it again?
Yeah, it's a barbaric game played by gentlemen. Yeah. Where they compare it with soccer, which is a gentleman's sport played by barbarians.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of...
So how do you compare that? So, like, one of the great things about BJJ is, okay, so, like, to do Muay Thai when you're above 30, above 40, above 50, starts becoming very untenable, you know? It's very hard on your body. Whereas there's a whole class, whole world of jiu-jitsu artists or whatever who are in their 50s, in their 60s, you know, like who are actually, you know, when I was in Vancouver, one place where I was training, it was, you know, regularly be 5 black belts, 1 purple belt, and 2 white belts. Like, it was like, and the black belt were like, one guy, he was one of the best black belts in Vancouver, but, and I think I can say this because there's enough water between us, I think he's kind of obese. Like, he's full on, like, not healthy, but absolutely untouchable. So take that with rugby in terms of, like, is rugby a young man's sport, young woman's sport?
There is a big social rugby, 50-year-olds playing. Okay. And they constantly asking me, come on down. you know, you're above 35, you can fit in. But, you know, they're in it for a social thing. Rugby is very social. Yeah. It's a big drinking culture. I was never part of that, even though I did kind of experience a lot of drinking, but that wasn't part of my life. Yeah. But these guys, they can operate. I've never been like that, and that's why I don't really play the social level. Yeah. Because it's a lot of drinking. It's hard on the body. Rugby just kills your body, and these guys, you know, the drop in, the knee replacements, hip replacements.
Right. Yep.
It's, I mean, when they're on the field, they're pretty much waddling. It's at walking pace.
Yeah.
They're put together by tape. It's like, oh my gosh, you guys.
Let's say I ask you, let's sit on the podcast, choose 4 photos, and in a way the story kind of goes by, your self-discovery. First of all, the mask with the light on your chest, the self-healing biohacking, and then the book, its importance, and then BJJ, and then how would you, like, is there a way to synthesize that as one little message for somebody to be inspired?
If you were purely looking at the pictures, I mean...
Or better still, you're talking to you at the age of 19.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any advice for your 19-year-old self?
Yeah, it's just be more loving to yourself and others.
Okay.
And just go with it. Don't force anything. And have fun. Have fun along the way. That's the key. Mm-hmm. Is having fun and being happy. Do the things that make you happy. Yeah.
And the things that make you happy are?
It's being at peace and having a loving family and, you know, just giving to others and teaching others and helping others move to the next level of their lives. You know, because I'm a performance coach as one, you know, just coaching people to be better.
Okay.
You know, whether it be physically, mentally, or spiritually. Right? I think you have to engross that whole concept and be there rather than, okay, I've got this for you, and just you just got to be it. And if they feel comfortable and enough to ask you and open up, because a lot of people hold, you know, I've got a lot of secrets and it's those secrets that really, you know, dictate where their life is going. And a lot of the issues that they're having is deeply engrossed in their mind.
Right. So do you have, as a professional high performance athlete, it doesn't have to be athlete, it can be anything, right? You have to operate essentially, you have to outcompete everybody else in a sense, right? Like you have to be so competitive, you have to be so strong that you kind of have to outrun others, be fitter, stronger, whatever that is, right? So,
yeah.
Or no, I don't know.
I think it's not about competing. A lot of people want to compete. It's always about competing against others. It's about you wanting to be better every day in every way. And if you're looking at it from that way, it's changing the whole mindset.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're never going to be better than. If that's your mindset, you're going to go, okay, I want to be better than this person. And then once you get better, I need to find someone else.
Right.
So it's just a dog chasing its own tail.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to change you and how you see things, how you perceive things. That's where the true power is, to give you that happiness. Everyone's chasing this, chasing that, or running from that because they're fearing this. It's that. That's what you've got to kind of tap into. And you know, people, you see whatever's going on in their brains it shows in their body, right? So you can start with the body, because a lot of people are not consciously ready to listen to the stuff or really get you or get the stuff that you say. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna gain their trust through just fixing their body. And then I gradually get into some deeper stuff and they go, hey, how about you can change your body like this instantly? And they wow. It's about wowing people. Once you wow them, then they start asking questions. And then that's when you start to give a little bit more, then a little bit more, then a little bit more.
So just for the listener, what is the title of that book so they can go find it?
It's on my bookshelf. It's the Yun Method, basically, by Cam Yun.
Cam Yun.
Yep.
I've never even heard of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So.
Andrew, great. Yeah, I love the fact that I never know what's going to happen. I had no idea. Amazing.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me as a guest.
So is life really a gift? Really? Can you make every second count? That's the whole point of the podcast. So if you like what you've seen and you're inspired, because that really is my mission, then please give it a like, subscribe, and share.
Shooting it raw?
Yes, shooting it raw.